Hi, I'm Grandma Party.
Hi, I'm Ibblebibble.
Where are you that you had to wake up at like 1 o'clock in the morning to record with me?
I'm in Malaysia right now, which is a small island. It's not an island. It's it's a relatively small nation in Southeast Asia. Half of which is located on what I love to call the penis of Asia. I mean, look it up. It literally looks like a penis.
Wait, are you in the shaft or like the tip?
The tip. We are the big tip of Thailand's shaft.
Oh
Well,
man.
half of us is another half of us is part of Borneo, which is basically the cum stain.
Gross.
It's very lovely. We've got Mount Kinabalu in East Malaysia. That's the bit on Borneo. That's the highest mountain in Southeast Asia. My dad tried to climb up there once. He got brought down by the porters the next day because he hurt
Wow.
his ankle.
You know, that's awesome. So Timothy
Yeah.
Mouse wanted to go see the world. You should go see Malaysia.
He should come. Yeah, this totally isn't a paid ad by the Malaysian tourism board.
Come watch Malaysia with us and watch me play League of Legends for the first time. Next, totally not sponsored.
Ooh, League of Legends. I've always been the Dota guy.
Oh no, I've been watching people that like play League of Legends because Riot Games will sponsor them and they want to say such bad things and they can't.
uh, those poor professional gamers. Whatever shall they do?
Whore themselves out for money. The dream. Not just the US dream, but also the Myanmar dream.
The Myanmar dream, is it?
Wait, you're in Malaysia, not Myanmar, never mind.
Yeah, close enough.
No, I'm gonna get this right.
Yeah.
I had a buddy whose job was setting up the airport in Myanmar.
I've never actually been to Myanmar myself. I think it's one of the few countries in Southeast Asia that I've never actually been to. I've been to most of the places here.
Singapore's Malaysia, right?
Singapore is very much not Malaysia.
Damn it.
Well, it used to be Malaysia. We actually kicked it out because of demographic reasons. Think of it as very extreme gerrymandering, because that's what it actually was. We kicked them out in like the 80s or so. No, slightly earlier.
Okay, I just wanted to get a geographic idea so I can figure out what the penis looks like and if it's cut or uncut, which is important to me.
Ooh, yeah,
For
good
some
point.
reason. Real quick, I gotta point back to the game real quick. They've
Yeah,
introduced
so let's actually talk about the game for once.
basically they took the normal enemies outside of the Giant's Garden and they said, okay, here's a darkness mechanic. So you don't know what you're fighting unless you recognize what the eyes are.
That's pretty smart, actually. That's like, what, testing player knowledge?
Ish. It's a cute little mechanic.
I think it's pretty cool.
It would have been better if I had actually like run around outside and showed you what the enemies were, but
But you know what it is, and that's what's important, kind of.
I know what it is.
You can look it up in Google later.
We're not gonna die in here, which is the most important thing.
Yeah. Is this the part where I say I've never played Earthbound or any of the Mother series?
That's fine if you never played Earthbound or the Mother series.
Yeah. I'm one of the younger goons. I'm only 24.
You're a baby!
I am such a massive baby. But yes, yeah, I'm a goon baby. I'm usually one of the youngest in any goon community I'm part of. And yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, you're so young." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a few months younger than Final Fantasy VI, which came out as Final Fantasy III in the US, of course."
Oh, I'm so old.
Yep, you are old. But hey, that means you've got experience and seniority when it comes to punching box turtles.
It does. One of the things that the goon can do is he can steal, and steal is the best thing in any RPG ever.
Yes. I usually don't play the thiefy types of jobs very much in RPGs. The last time I did was when I was playing Final Fantasy V, and I got thief in my 4-job Fiesta.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what that is, but
I
some
do.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I had thief. So I spent a lot of time farming up high potions in the fire ship.
Okay, I'm gonna spend the next minute convincing you that stealing
Hmm.
is the best thing ever.
Sure, go ahead. I mean, I'm not averse to it. I just don't play thieves very often.
One, stealing is cool. Two, there's free stuff that people have that you could have.
Aren't you a lawyer in real life?
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Fair enough. Okay, if you're saying it, then it should be fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, the key is to be a crooked lawyer and deal
Ah.
drugs.
I love that being bad lawyer is like universal. It doesn't matter what law system you're in, you could just be crooked and it's all good.
Exactly. If you deal drugs to your clients, when the police say, "Where'd you get the drugs?" you can be like, "Attorney client privilege.
Oh, man. That's amazing.
That's how I bought my house."
I assume this only works in whatever state you're located in.
Does anyone want me to review a contract and also some ketamine?
I'll do it from F.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna send a box to Malaysia that says total legal documents on it. And
I am gonna say that here in Southeast Asia, we don't really like drugs, and there's a death penalty for being caught smuggling drugs.
how much do I have to bribe to get around that?
Like literal mafia organization levels of bribery. Actually, no. I think anyone who's bringing drugs into the country is like properly smuggling it because there's just too much cultural backlash. If you're caught taking bribes to let drugs in like that, I'd say.
Are you averse to swallowing balloons filled with cocaine?
Ooh, that old school way of doing it. I mean, am I the one doing the smuggling in this situation?
I mean, we're setting up business opportunities. We're exploring our
Okay.
possibilities.
Yeah, but I don't actually have to be the drug mule in this case, do I?
I mean, someone's got to be the drug mule.
Yeah, just not me. I don't really want to get arrested and then get state sanctioned murdered.
I can't swallow. I've got a really bad gag reflex.
Dear. You can always put it up the other way.
Ooh.
Get a turkey baster.
That's how you get pregnant. That is not how you get the drugs in.
Okay, look. I have never actually seen a turkey baster in real life, so I just know that they are a thing. I don't know how big they are.
Wait, have you always lived in Malaysia?
No. I have actually lived a decent amount of places in the world. So I was born in Malaysia. I've lived in order, Malaysia, Yemen, which is currently being bombed by Saudi Arabia, which is not very fun. Yemen, Egypt, back to Malaysia again, and then I went to Texas for a year and a bit, and then I came back. Yeah, States, woohoo, Texas, yeah.
No, that's where I am.
I lived in Houston for a good year.
Houston's a weird place.
I guess I didn't really go around it too much considering I was like 12 to 13 when I was there.
Yeah.
Then I moved back to Malaysia, finished off secondary school there, which, yep. So I finished that off. And then I went to university in the UK, in London. London, baby. That was a bad British accent. Do not record this.
Oh no, you're gonna deal with that forever. Your shame is forever posterized here.
Good day, love. Actually, the one British accent my friends say I can actually do pretty well is snotty rich prick.
Oh my god.
Oh, Papa!
How
the
dare
Scottish
you?
boy, Gerald, he's got a Nintendo Switch, Papa! Papa, I want a Nintendo Switch now, please!
Jimmy
Please,
DeLadd
Papa.
is listening to this, and he's going to be very cross with you. I have to ask,
Yes.
what is your favorite street food in Malaysia? I love street food no matter where I go.
There's so much to choose from. That's the thing. So there are three major cuisines in Malaysia. You've got because it's basically like a
I gotta recycle around here real quick because I love the bee. The bees are phenomenal.
ooh,
Because Buck has clearly been tormenting the bees.
oh dear, that's not good. Bees are our friends.
Buck is kind of a dick.
As a biologist by training, not by profession at the moment, but as biologist in training, I have to not approve of any bee-related distress, as it were.
Absolutely, bees are our friends. They're awesome.
Bees are indeed our friends. So yeah, I was saying about street food here in Malaysia.
Last thing, I gotta
Yep.
circle back. I've
Oh,
caught
sorry.
Catherine out in the yard with a teaspoon feeding the tired bees on her porch sugar water.
Aww.
Oh, I
That's
got
nice.
such a sour look at that.
Fair enough. That's really well. That's probably more than I do about bees, other than proselytize about them on the internet.
I love that Helga just got stung by a bee and just gave her laugh and walked off. She's my idol.
Aw.
I'm gonna go as Helga for Halloween now.
I don't think I've been stung by a bee in a long time, actually.
Do you know where some bees are?
Not recently. Not
I was gonna
recently.
say we can fix that.
Well, you gonna mail me some bees?
No, I was
You
gonna
know,
tell you.
you-
Go
You
ahead.
know, you can order bees online, which I found insane. Like, they ship you a box of live bees.
Okay, that's the problem because only half of them end up live.
Yeah.
Then you got a box of dead bees, and then you're sad because you bought all these bees and half of them are dead. And what do you do with a bunch of dead bees?
Hey, it's free protein, man.
No, you got to dig a bunch of tiny bee graves.
Aww.
Yeah. Listen.
Yep. I was gonna circle back to street food.
Okay,
but
circle
yeah, go
back to street food.
because this is a bit depressing. So Malaysia's like this maritime crossroads. It has been for a very long time, because it's right in between India and China, and those are two of the three main cuisines I was talking about. We got a lot of southern Chinese food, and we got a lot of southern Indian food, and then we got native Malay food. And those sometimes those make some pretty good fusion food. Other times it's still pretty original to the original culture. But
I think we're gonna see something dirty here.
oh dear, I'm sorry. We barged in at a bad time.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
I think this is our second boss fight.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
That's a bit awkward. Just walk into gardens like, oops. I didn't mean to see that.
We all know what bees do to flowers.
Oh god, yeah.
So Malaysia, that's mee goreng and char kway teow, right?
Yes, those are two of the big ones. We also got stuff like nasi lemak, roti canai.
Oh man, I love roti canai. Oh,
My absolute favorite street food, though, is probably well, the stuff that's unique to Malaysia, probably asam laksa, which is this noodle curry based soup. So there's like two main forms of laksa when you say laksa.
mhm.
You can have curry laksa, which is like this this soup, noodle soup that's based on coconut milk and chili, and that's nice and thick. And there's asam laksa, which is a tamarind based broth.
Yuck.
Which is, I love it. It's like,
You're a garbage person.
what, sorry?
You're a garbage person. Tamarind tastes like trash.
Wow. Okay, I think my grandmother like literally just hauled herself out of her grave.
Bring
and
it.
She's hauling her ass over to America right now, and she's gonna beat the shit out of you.
Bring it. I've fought grandmas before.
Yeah, but this is an undead zombie grandma fueled by the wrath of like another 100 dead grandmas and live grandmas who all love tamarind, and I love tamarind as well. But yeah, it's a tamarind-based broth, and it's my preferred type of laksa. It's damn good.
I gotta circle back around. This was actually a puzzle fight. I wanted to see if you could actually figure out what abilities to use, because this thing can out-heal all of your damage in its entirety.
So do you have to like status it, I assume?
No, you can basically do a taunt, and it will stop healing and just say, I hate you.
Ah.
So now the flower that was really nice to everyone really just wants to bust your face in. Like I'm gonna be your grandmother.
Well, that's one way to live, I guess. Making nice people start yelling at you.
That's what I do for a living.
Fair enough, I guess. That means you're good at
Eh.
it.
I love all these little empathetic, like, just stories they tell us as we start beginning to understand and get new forms.
Yeah, the music's really good, actually. I feel as though we should shut up for a bit and stop talking
Never.
Random bullshit.
Never. They can read it on their own time.
We could talk about Yick again.
I don't want to talk about Yick.
I'll admit, I stopped watching the LP like after 10 episodes in or so.
What? After 10, I finally got into my groove. I figured out how to talk with people.
Maybe it was more like 13. I'll have to see. But I've only got so many minutes in the day, right? And, ooh, you're a flower now.
Yeah, we're great.
But yeah, I was just like, I don't really want to spend 20 minutes watching I love the commentators, but the game itself is just like, ugh.
Oh no, it got worse. It got way worse after you stopped watching.
I heard it got way worse. I don't really need to finish it off, to be honest. I'm just going to read this.
Tell me about your LP right now.
My LP right now. I am currently LPing Girls Frontline, which is a gacha game, which is one of those phone games that you always hear people like, oh, this so-and-so spent $80,000 on this one phone game. It's one of those games, except not as predatory, I guess you would say.
How much have you spent on it for your LP?
Don't ask.
I want to ask. I want to know.
Because I actually don't know. I haven't kept track, because if I did, I would probably just die of psychic damage. I mean, it's not that it's money I spent just for the LP. There's also like a lot of it is like I wanted to spend money on it anyway because I like the game and I'd like to support it, which I guess is like, you can say that a lot about a lot of predatory games, like, oh, you spent money on Fortnite. It's like, yeah, sure, but I enjoyed the game, which is a fair enough argument, I think you would say, because normally it's free. Anyway, Girls Frontline is one of those mobile gacha games that you always hear in the news. And,
which is your favorite wife?
Let's see. So there's like different categories of gun girl in the game because it's a game about anthropomorphic guns.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, actually. It's actually about androids who are named after the gun that they wield. It's complicated. Now it's actually got a better story than you would think. Because
is
it's
it
actually
screenshot or VLP?
It's a screenshot. The story is, it starts off a bit but then it gets pretty philosophical about robotics and AI and stuff like that after a while, which is pretty cool actually, which is why I wanted to LP in the first place, because it actually got a pretty decent story. And yeah, so I've got a lot of favorites. I've got a bunch of favorites. Some
I gotta stop you because I have a house full of furniture to decorate now.
You've got a house. That's amazing.
It's
and you
awesome.
You can bank money.
It's got an ATM in it. I wish I had an ATM in my house.
Oh, that would be so convenient, wouldn't it? That just means you could take away infinite money.
Ibble,
I'll probably talk about my...
Thank you so much. We are out of time.